Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs Show. Happy Monday morning all. Hope we're okay. Hope we are all right. I hope the weekend treated you well. You look forward to a good week, whatever it is that you're doing. In this video, we are talking Galatasaray. We are talking Ipswich Town. And we're going to be looking at some stats and some figures about both teams and their season, some player stats from some of their players and what have you. Going to be giving you maybe what you might deem a surprising view, especially on the Galatasaray game. You'll see what I mean when I get there. Don't worry. I'll be there in a sec. Just want to say, if you're watching this and you subscribe, you're very much welcome to join us the journey. And apologies that I am a couple of minutes late. I was editing a video for the second channel, which will be up in a short while. So apologies on that. Morning Spurs, Gonzo. How are we? Morning Adventurous. What a great second half. Absolutely. Hey, Tottenham, mate. Morning Yuvraj, Sonia. Looking forward to Gala away. We might crumble, though. Well, I'm going to come to that in a second, CDC, because, look, right now in the Europa League, Spurs are 3 wins from 3. Galatasaray are 2 wins from 3 with a draw. So 2 points behind us. I think both teams are quite comfortably going to go through. You know, Galatasaray have had a really good start to their league season out in Turkey. They're top of the league. They're unbeaten this season with 9 wins and a draw. Technically unbeaten. I don't know what the Turkish league the Turkish Cup, whatever it's called. I don't know what the situation is there, but I know in the Europa League and I know in the Turkish League, they are undefeated. Like I said, they've got 9 wins and a draw in the league. They've got 2 wins and a draw in Europa League. 11 wins and 2 draws in those 13 games. That's not too bad, you know. So we're going to be playing against a very informed team. Obviously, Ipswich Town are kind of the other side of that, you know, not as informed, not as prolific, you know, not as dominant in what they're doing. So there's that. So let's talk about it, Galatasaray, because like I said, they are 9 wins from 10 at the moment. And they do come into this upcoming game by the looks of things. Trying to double check. They're coming to this game with 2 weeks worth of rest nearly. So they last played on the 28th of October at home to Besiktas, where they won 2-1. Davison Sanchez scoring, by the way. Shout out my boy Davison. So they're going to be coming into this as fresh as possible, as fit and healthy as possible, probably. Now, there is a point to be saying that, look, do you know what? They could be coming into this with that much rest. Are they going to be at it as much as they normally would? Are they going to be a little bit rusty, maybe? What's the situation with that? But all in all, they're coming into this pretty damn fresh. They're 5 points clear in the Turkish league to Fenerbahce, who are second. So look, really good start this season. Now in the Europa League, just want to see who they've played, just so I can give you an idea. Wow, they lost to Young Boys in the Champions League playoff. Didn't realise that. So they beat PAOK 3-1 match day 1. In match day 2, they drew to FKRFS, which is a Latvian team. What? They drew to a Latvian team? That's right. Okay. I'll have to look at that in my own time because I think that's a bit mental. And then they beat Elfsborg 4-3. So actually, when you look at it, the one thing you could hang your hat on, and I know Rec will tell me otherwise about Galatasaray, because I'm still waiting for you, Rec, to tell me some stuff about Galatasaray, because I'm doing a preview tomorrow for them. What I would say is, Europa League-wise, they've not been very good. Which is obviously, you know, famous last words until you play them the next day, but they've not done as well. Morning, Ed. How are we? Galatasaray as many A's as my school report. That's just showing off. Morning, Andy. Still can't believe yesterday's performance. What was that all about? Ange Glenn. Hey, Marshall, mate. How are we? Galatasaray drawing to RFS was unexpected. Well, you could say that again. RFS. I thought that. I didn't know who they were. I won't lie. My ball knowledge isn't terrible, but evidently it needs a bit of work because it's not as good. So there. On that side of things, it's not as good. But what I want to talk about more so about this game is I don't see Spurs going strong into this game. Now, hear me out, because I think a lot of you are going, but surely we want to, you know, win this game. You know, if we win this game, we're probably done with the Europa League. We don't have to worry about it, you know, blah, blah, blah. We've got injury issues. We do. And 3 wins from 3, you're in a beautiful position that you don't actually have to panic. It's not like Spurs have got 3 points from 9 and this becomes a game where you have to pick up points. I don't see this as a game as being one of those. I see this game being as a look, we're not going to go out there to not try and win this game, but we're not healthy enough. Solanke probably could do with a week off. I think defensively you've got injuries. Destiny probably could do with a week off. Dragoshin and Davies will probably play. I could see Porro playing at right back. I could see maybe Archie Gray featuring at left back. Obviously, Jed Spence being injured anyway, regardless, wouldn't have helped that situation. When you look at the midfield, I could see Basuma playing. I could see Bergvall playing. I could see Maddison playing. I could see the midfield actually being quite strong. The front three, I really do think this, by the way, with Richarlison's injury, I think Lancashire might start in the week. I think Turbo Timo will get some minutes. I think Mikey will get minutes. Obviously, Odebear being injured. Let's also, with Sonny, we're trying to manage Sonny's minutes. I think, like I said, I had a friend message me about FPL being like, why has he gone off early? And I'm like, the guy's not even remotely fit yet. He's still dealing with a hamstring injury. I don't think Spurs will be going strong for Galatasaray. They're a good team. I think if we went there full strength, I think we win this game, genuinely. I think they're a good team, for sure. But, when you're 3 wins from 3, I think if this was a knockout game, you might take it a bit more seriously. But when it's 3 wins from 3, you've got Elfsborg at home, which you should win that game, and then you've got 12 points. You've got Roma at home. You should win that game as well. Roma aren't in very good form. Hoffenheim away. Rangers away. In reality, you probably should get another 2 wins from these last few games, and that's more than enough points. If you've got 15 points from a possible 24, you should be through, no issues. But if I'm honest, I could see us getting a win against Elfsborg, which is the 3 points. I see us beating Roma as well, another 3 points, and I see us getting at least a point between Galatasaray, Hoffenheim, and Rangers, at least 1. We might get 2. Hell, we might get more, but if you think, let's say we get 2, then you're on 17 points in 24. You're through into the next round. And to be honest, it's a great opportunity for rest. That's the key thing in this. We speak about Ipswich and you think about looking ahead towards the weekend. This is the last game for the international break. I also think with Ipswich Town, yes, maybe they're not in form. You still need to take this game seriously because these are the sort of games that you can slip up on very easily. With Ipswich, going into the international break after a win would be nice. It's very rare that Spurs do that, but it'd be nice. I mean, you're playing a team at the moment who are in the relegation zone of the Premier League. They are 18th. They have not won a game this season. It's them and Wolves are the only 2 teams that have not won a game this season. Dramatic pause. But look, we should win that game. Sonny back, Solanke with maybe a little bit of rest will look better for it. Kulusevski, maybe a little bit of rest would look better for it. I don't think you're going to see Mickey back. Let's hold out and see what happens with Romero and his injury situation. The team's still good enough. If you can get, Destiny rest in the week, you got another, monster left back, coming through still got the midfield has been really solid the last few games. And, Kulusevski having a little bit of rest. You see what I mean? I just think don't try and fight the Galatasaray front. Don't go out there to be like, oh, it's just a throwaway game. Try and get a point from it or more, obviously, but don't kill yourself in the week and sacrifice the weekend, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you might look at it in Ipswich Town, and if you're playing Football Manager, if you're playing FIFA, you're looking at Ipswich Town going, I probably could go bigger on the midweek because I've got Ipswich Town weekend. I can maybe rotate and win that game. The Premier League isn't that sort of league anymore. It's not one of those leagues where I look at Ipswich Town and think that's a comfortable 3-4-0. Not anymore. Anyone could beat anyone. Anyone can give anyone issues. I mean, Ipswich Town gave Liverpool issues on the first game of the season. So, we don't want to go too much to that. Hey, Bazza. Lukey. Hello, Lukey. I see more play. I can see more playing. Also, if you're in automatic Europa Sport, it has no material difference whether you're 8th or 1st. Well, there you go. Bazza's dropping absolute knowledge out here today. I see us getting a point. Famous last words. Definitely better, but 5. Who do you think we sign in January? Definitely better, but 5 foot nothing. Pedro Porro on the front. Oh, Jesus Christ. If we're going to pinpoint Pedro Porro as an issue, then we have issues as a fan base. He's been one of our best players this season. It's a simple fact. The stats prove it. The eye test prove it. If we're going to nitpick him aerially, then let's nitpick every fullback. You know, oh, Gavardio's not that quick. Oh, Trent defensively. Oh, Reece James fitness. Or who else? I bet Ben White doesn't score enough goals. You see what I mean? Let's not nitpick. These are all I've just labelled out what? Gavardio, Trent, Reece James, and Ben White. 4 players. As much as I'm a Spurs fan and I, dislike other players' teams, other teams' players, those 4 that I've just labelled are good players. Not gonna slag them off. Reece James could stay fit. It'd be nice. But if Reece James fit, Reece James is a monster. Josko Gavardio, 7 goals this season as a fullback / centre half. Trent's the best right back in the world. I still think Trent's the best right back in the world. Statistically, Pedro has closed the gap on him, but Trent is still the best right back in the world, in my opinion. I'm not going to nitpick him. Everyone has their flaws, you know. Who do we think we sign in January? Well, we're going to get Yang, obviously, and maybe one more. I don't see it being a busy January window. By the way, I don't see Johnny Cardoso being one of those guys. That is a summer situation, which, by the way, he does look very solid for Betis at the moment. I don't know how. I'll tell you what, they got a draw away to Bilbao yesterday. Fair play. And Cardoso played the full 90. Well, that'll be a part of my loan roundup. I won't go through it now, so fair play. Looking at Ipswich, I'm looking forward to that game as a game where, you've beaten the champions of England, treble winners, European Cup winners. You're beating Aston Villa, who are a top 4 side in England last year, Champions League side. That's a really, really great week. You could be the biggest Spurs miserable guy, which there's a lot of them. You can be the biggest ones. Anyone sitting there complaining about that week really just hates the club, hates the players, hates the manager, hates themselves even, I think. Because that's an amazing week. That is an amazing week. I cannot stress enough. Beating the champions of England, who were a treble winning side last year, and beating a Champions League side 4-1. That's a brilliant week. Yes, losing to Palace wasn't great. I'm trying to just siphoning that off into a different week. Which fits my agenda. But with that being said, I don't see Galatasaray being one that we have to go all in for. I just don't. As much as it would be nice to win 4 wins from 4, and you never know, we still might. There's no reason why someone might take the game by the scruff of the neck and do something with it. But Ipswich Town, for me, that's the bigger game. Go into the international break off of a win, because after that international break, we've got just a slight big game, just a slight one, not big one, just a slight one. Man City away, which hopefully Mickey's back for. Hopefully Romero's. Well, we'll see about. Like I said, we'll see about Romero. Sonny keeping him fit. And we'll see. Hopefully, we just stay fit until then. You know what we're like. We drop. We don't get injuries for a little while, and then all we do is go bang, 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 and we have 7 players out in the space of 2 weeks. So hopefully, this isn't one of those, because as soon as we lose one centre half, we always lose the other centre half. It's like they have to go together. If I'm injured, then you're at least getting suspended, or I'm getting injured as well. So Ipswich for me is the bigger game. Win at Ipswich, maybe we can climb to 3rd, depending on results. Well, there you go. For me, just stay within the mix or get ahead of the mix. Not worried as much about placement of league position right now, because I think if you look at the league position right now, Spurs are 7th? Let me bring it up. 7th. So you're thinking, God, Spurs are having a really rubbish year. 3 points off 3rd. 1 point off Arsenal. 2 points off Arsenal. 2 points off Chelsea and Villa. And people kept talking about how amazing Villa's summers were and how amazing Arsenal were and how amazing Chelsea are. So, God, we must be really bad if that's the case, because you know what I mean? Yes, I do like Spence. He is a baller. I like Spence, but Spence also needs to be fit. That's the other thing. And he's not. So regardless of what anyone thinks of Porro, Destiny, me, your mate down the road's dog, it doesn't really matter. He's not fit, so he's not playing. I can't watch Europa, hence we're 3-3, so another win coming up. Attaboy. Gala will give Spurs a hard time. White Rec, mate. Rec. Today. Listen here. Just for everyone else, just do what you want for 10 seconds. Rec, today. On Instagram or Twitter, message me. Hit me with loads of good stuff about Galatasaray, and I'll bring it all into the preview tomorrow. All right? I would definitely take 10th in the Europa League and a cup competition. Rec, you did. Which one did you message me on, mate? I must have missed it. I think if we're being real, any Spurs fan got told you get 7th or 8th in Premier League, but get League Cup. Mate, I don't know what all this is about. We're going to win the quadruple. Obviously not. Obviously not. I'm just going to let the season play out. Just let the season play out. You messaged me on X. Okay. Did you message me on Inside Spurs or my personal? Let me know. So look, we'll see about the game. Yeah, heads up about tomorrow. Loan roundup. I'll be recording it today for tomorrow. So you'll see me in this. So if you see me in this, it means all right, don't worry. I've recorded second channel stuff. Description down below. It'll be up late. It will be up after this, Spurs. It'll be up probably about 11 o'clock. I will be doing my preview for the Galatasaray game tomorrow as well. Last minute thoughts, obviously, on Thursday ahead of the game. Preview for the Ipswich game will be on Friday. So look, really busy stuff coming up on the channel this week. Make sure you kick about for it. Make sure you join in. You talk some nonsense with me. And just, you know what? Have a bit of fun with it. Spurs have got 9 wins from 11. We can't be that bad, you know? Cheers, Rec. I'll have a look at it in a second. I'll message you back on there, all right? Hit the like button. Absolutely gonzo. Yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Go and enjoy the rest of your days. Stop watching me, all right? It's weird, all right? No, I'm joking. Enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll speak to you all very soon. So we'll talk a little bit about more Spurs. Hopefully, we'll keep it all positive. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all later. Peace.